Coming up on Blue Nation are standout selections from the past 7 days.
How well do UWEC athletes' mind gel together as track and field second years take on telepathy?
And then a little homecoming talk to recap Blue's 100th.
DA, roll that opener.
900 athletes, 174 conference titles, 56 competitive teams, 26 national championships, all in one place. Blue Nation brings you all of your blue gold sports action from Carson Park
Take it into the end zone
to the Sonnentag,
Splash Mountain.
across the street at Hobbs,
Perfect chance here. Shot and score.
and back up the hill to Bollinger,
2 scores.
McPhee,
Maya Cinnamon.
and Simpson.
Bicycle kick.
Live from inside our very own TV10 studios, your starting lineup of John McClain, Gary Barta, and the rest of your sports team. This is Blue Nation.
Welcome to Blue Nation, your home for all things blue gold sports. I'm your host, getting a haircut for the first time since the housing market crashed, John McClain.
And I'm Gary Barta, hoping that we get just a little bit more euchre magic, bringing you stats, scores, and more from the Blue Golds and beyond.
We start with our typical leadoff, top plays.
Then track and field multis Jay Stolte and Jamie Reeve will put their knowledge of each other to the test in everyone's favorite Blue Nation game, telepathy.
Finally, all 4 guys will come back to the big desk to recap our homecoming highs and lows 2-minute drill style. EB is back on deck with his pick this past week in blue gold athletics.
The 100th year of homecoming brought an highly anticipated game to Carson Park, where Blue Gold's football faced WIAC opponent and rival UW Stout. Down 14-0 in the second quarter, first-year running back Paxton Rothmeyer got the scoring going for the Blue Golds with a 2-yard touchdown run, his 4th on the season. Rothmeyer took the direct snap and was able to get around the traffic and find the end zone. The Blue Golds will go on to lose 42-17, with Stout's 232 yards on the run too much to handle. While the Blue Golds' undefeated record of 3-0 heading to the game was broken, the reported attendance for the game was listed at 9,458, which is good for over 1,000 more in attendance than last year's homecoming game. After 2 home games in a row, the Blue Golds will travel to La Crosse to take on the Eagles of La Crosse Saturday, October 11th. And while they did lose, football in Eau Claire's done a great job of just building an environment for homecoming, and it was just a blast. What do you have for this week, John?
Most certainly, 9,458 at one game for Eau Claire is something unimaginable. I feel like they doubled their attendance from even last game. But the afternoon game at Simpson Field did not disappoint, as the Blue Golds were able to put on their defensive prowess on full display. But Emma Donovan's very early yet eventual game-deciding goal is what the spotlight shines on today. On a perfectly weighted through ball from Clara Farley, Donovan catches the keeper out wide left, utilizing the large window on the far post and slots it home to make a team-leading 4th goal on the 2025 campaign, which handed the Titans their first loss in 4 games. The clean sheet was headlined by newly minted WIAC Defender of the Week and keeper Bella Jones. She was able to rack up 12 saves between Saturday's matchup as well as Wednesday's loss to Wartburg, tallying 9 alone against the Knights. UWEC heads down south to take on La Crosse, while the Titans shift their focus to an alumni weekend matchup against Stout. This team is starting to find its stride, Gary, offensively and especially defensively. Bella Jones being that huge catalyst on the back line and in between the posts. But what do you got this week, Gary?
Yeah, moving over to one of the only teams that was on the road this weekend, the UWEC women's volleyball team took to the court against Carthage, still on their 14-match winning streak, and Maya Cinnamon did everything she could to make sure that streak got to 15. 24-20 at the end of set 1 at the Pointers Invitational, the Blue Golds did what they do best, set one up for number 4. Cinnamon powered it home with the cross-court kill, splitting 2 back row defenders of the Firebirds. The kill from Cinnamon was one of her 13 on the morning against the Firebirds, who took the Blue Golds to the brink after being down 2-0 early. Cinnamon and company were able to get the job done, however, winning the decisive 5th set 16-14 to keep the streak alive. Game 2 at UWSP did not go the Blue Golds' way, however, as they fell to number 10 Wash U in 4 sets. The Blue Golds bounced back to defeat the University of Northwestern St. Paul, who was receiving votes at the time, and will hop back into another tournament at Hope College this weekend. And Michael, the big thing with this Blue Golds team was that streak. Unfortunately, it was snapped, but to another team who's been playing it really solid here the past few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to back to the pitch in Simpson Field. Blue Gold's men's soccer took on the Blue Devils this past Saturday, and we're looking to stay hot, and Blue Gold's offense did not disappoint. The evening homecoming matchup of the War on 94 had some early scoring. Noah Malcook sends a beautiful cross through the box and is finished off with a spectacular header from Tate McDermott, sending it soaring to the back of the net to score his third goal of the year. It was all Blue Golds at Simpson Field, with them finding the back of the net 2 more times to go on and win their homecoming and War on 94 matchup 3-0. The Blue Golds then took down Bethel on Monday 2-1 and look to stay hot in WIAC play as they host the Falcons of River Falls on Saturday, October 11th at 7 p.m. You know, they're really finding their stride, and they're going to be really deadly in the tournament if they can keep their pace.
That's one for sure. Look out for those home teams in November. But after the break, Jason and Jamie will see how well they know each other off the track. A second edition of Telepathy is up next. Don't tap that glass. This is Blue Nation on TV 10. Salutations, this is Blue Nation back on TV 10, bringing you our first 2 guests of the semester. 2 sophomore decathletes fresh off the oval of Simpson Field. Fellas, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jay Stolte, a sophomore decathlete here at UWEC. I'm excited to be here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jamie Reeve, also a sophomore decathlete. I'm from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and also super happy to be here. Excited.
Look at you guys snap into the formalities as soon as those cameras turn on.
Yeah, that's right.
Aren't you guys all prim and proper? But you guys know how the game works. Explained it to you guys before. I'll give you guys a series of questions. You'll have to answer to see which each other would answer, as well as your answers on the own at the bottom. So
Let's do it.
first one.
Let's get into
Right
this.
off rip, I hit Curtis and AJ with this last semester. What are each other's go-to grub spot and their order? It doesn't have to be in Eau Claire. It could be, you know, from back home, whatever it might be. What do you think their order might be?
Go-to grub spot.
All right,
We're good.
ready?
Locked in.
Flip them.
What do we got?
So,
I got Jamie, Euro King.
Euro King, baby.
got that?
there we
I
go.
got Jason,
Okay.
A burrito from Cal Taco.
Okay, 1 for 1.
All right.
There we go.
That's
There we go.
We are dialed.
1 for 1. There we go.
on.
Good start.
That's
Good
a crazy
fellas.
start.
All right, now a little scenario for you guys.
All right.
You know, on the weekend, not much going on, just sitting in the house, right? So you're like, all right, you know what? Let me call up my guy. What do you think they're doing when you call them?
It's a great question.
All right.
All right, yeah. I got this. Got it.
Flip 'em.
Flipping
Flip 'em.
them. All right. I go for Jay-So. I call him. He says, nothing. What you want to do?
Okay.
Nothing. I got Jamie doing homework. Studying.
Okay.
Studying.
So
Come on.
Jace has 2.
I played 2K.
2K.
You should have
of
got that
course.
one, bro. Yeah, that's all right.
That's on me. That's
Well,
on me.
hey, we got another
All right,
point.
yeah, we got another
We got to
one.
keep in a point system here.
Yeah,
There's-
just mentally.
Mentally. All right.
There ain't no real.
Perfect.
There isn't really a point system, to be honest with
all
you.
right, yeah, I like it.
All right. Next one. This one's a little more track related. What is the other out of the either the decathlon or indoor heptathlon, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct.
Absolutely.
What is the other's least favorite event and why? Out of all of the events you guys do through indoor and outdoor,
Least favorite event.
least favorite event.
Oh, come on. We love them all.
We love them all, John. So we're gonna tell,
You-
that's what we tell
You,
ourselves.
you
anyway.
both you both love the mile just as much as you guys love, like, I don't know, hurdles.
Least
or-
favorite event.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
You get going, you get into your zone, you're just dialed until you're done. Yeah. I think we got it.
All right,
Okay,
got
I
him?
think we got
I think we
this.
got it.
Come on.
I think we both got it.
Go ahead and
All right.
flip them.
What do we got?
High jump.
Hurdles? Ooh, come
Ooh,
on.
Hurdles. Why'd you say hurdles?
It was just his first year hurdling last year.
Yeah.
And he picked it up very
No, it's
well, I will say. Very well. But learning a new event is hard, so
Yeah, no, that's fair.
that was my thought
15.
process.
We got high jump though.
We did get high
Both
jump.
get high jump.
Yep.
There you go.
15 is a valid one.
Yeah.
Very valid.
All right.
Kind of staying on the track theme, or maybe even
Yeah.
a little inverse.
Okay.
All right.
If the other wasn't running track, what sport would they be playing? Clever, ain't it? Real clever, ain't it?
Ready?
Yeah, we got him. We got him. Hockey and
We got
football.
him. Hockey and football.
Easy. What
Of
position
course.
did you play, Jamie? Hockey.
I ended my, hockey career with playing defense. Right
Okay.
D. I switched around though. Freshman, sophomore, I was a forward. Then moved to
Gotcha.
defense, junior, senior.
Okay. And football, obviously.
Football, yeah. Football, I was an outside linebacker, defensive end.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. Next one on the list, we'll go with. We'll go a little out of order here. What's the first thing that the other person is playing on aux? They get handed it like at practice, in the car, at a party. What is the first thing they're playing?
This is a tough one.
That is a tough one. There's so many songs out
Wow.
there, John.
There are a lot of songs.
That's true.
I said, well,
Music
both,
is a very broad spectrum.
musically diverse guys.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Dude, I have
we
no
got
idea.
This.
No, I have no
don't either.
idea.
No, we'll do this.
I do not know who you listen to, bro. I'm gonna go very generic here.
All right, sure.
These are just
Yeah, I don't know
outlandish
about
takes.
these. All right, you ready?
Flip 'em.
Let's flip them. What do you get? Little baby.
And then
Real.
Real for himself. Lucky
I
and
went
then
Lucky
Mac
and
Miller.
Mac Miller.
Okay.
Lucky? Oh, those are good. Yeah, okay. That's a
Alright,
tough
they-
one.
so
No, that's a
that
tough
was
one.
good.
That's
Yeah,
a tough
I
one.
like the question.
I feel
like
like
the
every
question.
time I'm in the car with Jace, he's playing Rio. So I mean, hey, that's kind of his go-to. But
All right.
Yeah.
can't go wrong with Rio. I'm telling you, man.
Can't go
All
wrong
right,
with Rio.
last couple here. Least favorite workout for each other throughout the entire
Like-
season. What are each other's least favorite workout?
We talking running or lifting? You think?
Running. You got it. I think we know. Run around the oval. That's the first time I heard the term today. I like it.
It's like gridiron in football. You don't hear it all the time, but it's something different.
But it's good when you do.
Okay.
All right,
him
we
dialed?
got this.
All right,
Yeah, I
flip
think.
him. Sure. Yes, sir. Come on.
Come on, that was good.
Too easy.
One
That one
one
was a
500's
lot.
devious,
Bro.
but
That had us
Two
all
500s,
puking.
95%.
Yeah.
That'll have you rolling, dude. I promise.
We all took at least 30 minutes to like.
Yeah, like
stand
throwing
up
up,
after
all
that.
that. Yeah, that was bad.
how long of a rest did they give you guys?
I don't remember.
Not
Too
enough,
short?
Apparently.
Not
Yeah,
enough.
Not
Too
enough.
short. Too short.
Oh, you know what? Just for a little cherry on top, it was first day back from winter break.
Yeah, first
Just
day
to,
back
just
from
to
winter
throw
break.
it in there. You come back after a great winter break, and you
2-5,
rip it.
full speed.
And you just rip it.
Awful. All right, we'll wrap it up with this one. Who do you think, if you go in each other's phones right now, who is the first on the other's best friends list?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
I hope I do not get either of y'all in trouble for this.
I hope not either.
Come on, James. James, don't let me down.
I feel like I'm watching.
All right,
Wait, I don't want to say the wrong.
3, 2.
Wait.
What do you
give me
mean,
5
wait?
seconds. 5 seconds. I
All
don't
right,
have
I'll give you
anything
5.
down,
I'll give you
that's why
5.
I'm
I'll give you 5.
All right, I just gotta go safe bet.
Go safe.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
Flip them. Oh, how wholesome. How wholesome. Look
What
at that.
a wholesome
go.
ending.
I don't know if anyone's going to
Dude.
beat that record, to be
I
honest
don't
with you.
know
Wow.
if that could end it any better.
No,
That was
perfect.
That was ideal.
That was awesome. Well, that'll conclude part 2 of Telepathy. If you want to catch these guys doing it all, Eau Claire opens their season in the great indoors come January.
Yep.
Until then, they'll be in the lab and taking on the hill on Brackett Street. And we'll take 30 before our concluding discussion. Stay locked in to Blue Nation right here on TV10.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where 10 is?
Welcome back to Blue Nation right here on TV10. Well, it was a busy weekend for Nick Hoven and staff with all the happenings in the UWEC sports world, especially at home. The four of us are here to break it down for you in the fastest 2-minute drill you will ever see. Eli, you'll start us off with the action at Carson Park.
Yeah, so obviously Eau Claire, they entered the game 3-0. They weren't able to extend that winning streak, lost to Stout 42-17. And I think what we saw talking with Erickson after the game and just watching is that the difference between Eau Claire and their offensive line and their defensive line compared to Stout and what you'll see with the rest of the WIAC, that's prevalent in the 232 rushing yards allowed by that blue gold defense. Adam Moan, the quarterback, had 101 rushing yards out of that total. And a lot of times that happens because he has that protection from his offensive line and you're not getting enough pressure, and that was what was happening. He had too much time to operate, and there he was able to run. But something I also wanted to talk about was kind of the two elite wide receivers that they have, that Eau Claire has, in Yacht Chul and Kujai, who have been, evolving throughout the year, with Chul 6 for 76 and Kujai 6 for 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And then if you look this year, Kujai has 239 receiving yards, which is 4th most in the conference, and 4.3 receptions per game, which is good for 8th. And then Yacht is more of that yards after catch guy, 225 receiving yards, 8th most in the WIAC, and 15 yards per reception. And Yacht really impressed me. He was a gadget guy for them, even if he was playing in the slot or he can get downfield. But I was really impressed with that duo that they have. But if they want to keep improving, they're going to have to stop that run.
Most certainly. They've been playing really sound football all year long, it seems like, especially defensively. I feel like this is just kind of a lapse in the curtain, especially for Graybold's scheme as well, how well they've been playing, holding every team to single digits. But moving to the court for volleyball, again, they split this weekend out at the Pointers. They took the first game in 5 sets against Carthage, which they've been running the gauntlet for a while now. I mean, 14 straight wins. It's not a matter of, it's a matter of when at this point for this team, where you get so good it's just, okay, are they ever going to lose again? And unfortunately they did, but to a very formidable opponent in WashU, again, top 10 in the nation. They at least took 1 set. They avoided the sweep. They didn't drop too much in the rankings this week. They are now sitting at 10. Of course, Oshkosh at 3 and Whitewater still at 4 in the rankings. But looking at some of the stuff they've done, uncharacteristically low hitting percentages for Eau Claire, 161 and 180 respectively. But on the season, they're hitting 238. And this is a team that hits top 10 in the nation in those hitting percentages. And the biggest thing that happened this week, these teams were able to slide and contain Bailey Leach. She was held to single-digit kills throughout both games. And, you saw it against Whitewater as well. Her and Stanwood getting up to 20 kills each and crossing that threshold. Stanwood did it again last night against Northwestern St. Paul. When you shut those two down in the front, it calls upon others, and then the offense just starts to, you got to look to other people as well. And I think if the season goes on, you got to lean on the other weapons you have in the front. Alex Keeble being a great weapon in the front, being their setter, getting some of those dumps that Cruz does with Whitewater, getting Darian Andre more involved in the rotation, those sort of things. It will come with time, but I think now that they have enough film on Leak and Stanwood, you start going to those other playmakers. There's a lot of depth on this Kim Woody bench. Now you just got to slide to it, and you got to adapt, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes. They got to run the gauntlet this weekend out at Hope. It should be really interesting, but Gary, what do you got?
Yeah, for the men on the Simpson field, I got 2 words for you. Oge and Wemwa and Noah Melcook. Must see TV.
That's way more than 2 words.
All right, I got 2 words for you.
Oh dear.
And Wemwa and Melcook. Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
EW Stout 3-0 win. An absolute dominant performance. It was homecoming war on I-94. We mentioned Oge and Wemwa. 2 goals from the man, the midfielder, and an absolute strike for his last one.
Oh my
gosh.
An
absolute beauty coming off the right foot of Wemwa. But the really big part of this team is that back line, that defensive line. 3 shots only against the Blue Golds from the Blue Devils. Only 1 of them was a shot on goal. You got the stats. How are you going to register that home, away? The Blue Golds have been dominant at Simpson Field. Headlined by Carson Kowalski, Alec Leroy. That back line has been beautiful. Blue Golds haven't lost since September 20th, when they lost 1-0, when they lost 4-2 to the University of Chicago. They have been on an absolute rampage since then. Earlier in the year, they tied to Edgewood 1-1, lost to Augsburg 1-0. So the program has been moving in the right direction. I think that's just some of the leadership that you have from guys like Tate McDermott, Carson Kowalski, because you have no Nathan Donovan. So the big thing is, how are you replacing Nathan Donovan? The Blue Golds have done a really good job with that really recently. 5 guys have 2 goals or more. 7-2-2 overall are the EWEC Blue Golds. I believe that they should be WIAC double champs once again, regular season and postseason. That's if everyone stays healthy.
Yeah, and staying on the pitch as well, the UWC women's got a much-needed win in homecoming week. They were 1-7-3 at the time. Needed a win, needed a bounce back, struggled early on in the year, only managing 4 goals through 7 games. And they've scored 4 in the last 3. And I've talked with Coach Shayango in a sit-down interview and asked him early on how to bounce back early on before that St. Benedict's game. And he mentioned they're a young team. They needed time to come together. Emma Donovan and netting the early game-deciding goal in homecoming. Bella Jones doing what she does best, WIAC Defender of the Week, doing exactly what they need. They end up drawing yesterday against Stout in their War on 94 match, which that game could have went either way. That young team is really starting to come into their own defensively and being able to shut down teams. Stout was coming into that game averaging 17 shots, two goals a game, only netting the 1 in that 1-1 draw. But the stat that really stands out is Stout only had 11 shots all game. So if they can do that, they definitely can make a run in that tight WIAC race.
That is one thing for certain. Both teams on the pitch are starting to heat up. Volleyball looks to get back to their winning ways, running the gauntlet. Same with football. They got to run that tough WIAC gauntlet. But another episode strikes all zeros here tonight. But if you want to reset the timer, check out past and future slates on mytv10.uwec.edu.
Another amazing way to check out the work we all do here at TV10 is through our socials. You can find us at UWEC TV10 on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all others as well.
From myself, Gary, Eli, and Michael, the MVP tonight and every night, Mr. David Abel at the helm, those inside the studio and out of it, we love and thank you for your time here tonight. For Blue Nation, I'm John McClain.
I'm Eli Bennis.
I'm Michael Watson.
And I'm Gary Barta.
Saying good evening, and until next time.